Coming up next, On the Spot. It's 2006 and we're coming out swinging and kicking and rolling up a bunch of stuff. That's right, we've got demonstrations of Fight Night Round 3, Dead or Alive 4, and Me and My Katamari, plus Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. And hey, we've got a new chat room. We'll see you there, live and on the spot. Hello everyone and welcome to On the Spot. I'm your host, Rich Gallup, and joining me, Alex Navarro. We haven't had you on here forever, have we?
It has been a very long time since I've been on this stage,
sir.
set, whatever it is.
We call it all of those things.
All
welcome. Right. We do have a lot of the crew right now, are in Las Vegas right now, covering CES, but we still have, of course, Ryan Davis. Hello, Ryan Davis.
Hey, what's going on, Rich?
Oh, not too much.
I'm here with Greg, and he's playing some DOA 4, and we're going to be messing that up in a little bit here.
Well, before we get to that, you have a laptop in front of you right now,
I've got a laptop
sir.
in front of me, and on this laptop, I've got a wireless internet, and I'm in the On the Spot chat room, where you can join us right now if you're a GameSpot Complete member. On the bottom of the page, you'll see the link. Join into the chat room, and we'll be answering questions that you ask live on the show.
That's right. Normally, we ask GameSpot Complete members to use the form at the bottom of the page.
Forget that.
Not today.
Forms,
no, sir.
Forms.
We want people to start using the chat room, so everyone hop into the chat room. Ryan Davis will be monitoring it all show long, pulling out the good questions for such great demos as Dead or Alive 4 with Greg, Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition with Carrie Gouskos, Fight Night Round 3 with Justin Calvert, and Me and My Katamari with Alex and myself here. Alex, we're mixing that one up a little later on.
Right.
Because normally I get to ask you, the editors, how to play a game, but since I just took this home and pretty much played it by myself the entire time, I'm going to be the one playing the game.
So you're the editor now.
I am totally the editor. I'm ready.
And I'm the talent. I'm the guy that just says stuff.
Can you go edit some movies for us too?
Yeah, I'll see if I get in on that for you.
That's cool. Well, before we move on, let's actually talk about CES real quick. Not traditionally of recent a place for big news for video games.
No, it used to be.
Different?
Yeah. It used to be. It used to be the E3. E3 kind of spun off from CES. But you get occasional stuff. Microsoft will show some stuff. The crazy thing about CES is that every year, even though there's like no games announced to be shown on the show floor, someone like ATI has some crazy game that you can't find anywhere else in their booth. So there have been the keynotes, which we've covered on the site. You can find on our CES flat page, our trade show page. But I just lost my train of thought. What else are we doing here?
CES, so far there has been a Microsoft press conference or keynote. There's been a Sony keynote. The Sony keynote, really no news except they're coming out with like iTunes for the PSP.
Yeah, they showed a bunch of the same footage that they showed at E3, a lot of the same demos. The Microsoft thing was they announced that like external HD DVD thing, which I don't actually understand what it does or what the point of it is really necessarily.
It's so because everyone's saying the PS3 has the advantage because it'll play Blu-ray DVDs, so therefore Microsoft had to pick it up and now they'll have an external HD DVD.
Because that's great. That sounds super useful to me.
Yeah.
Is a crazy external device for my Xbox 3. That drives me so crazy that they're actually doing that. It's like, what, you could have waited a little bit.
I have like
HD
300
DVDs.
HD DVDs at home I'm waiting to play somehow.
What's even better, did you see the list of movies that Sony announced that they were going to be putting out for their first
Oh, that list is
Blu-ray?
fantastic.
It's so random. It is just all over the map.
It's like, hey, how about A Knight's Tale and Sense and Sensibility on HD DVD? Finally!
Guns of the Navarro.
Columbia TriStar.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Apocalypse, I think, is on that list.
You know, the biggest news we've heard so far, at least in terms of what people have gotten excited about around here, is that Street Fighter 2 will be on Xbox Live Arcade.
Indeed.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Have we not been saying for weeks now that's what they should do, is just put all those old fighting games out on Xbox Live Arcade? Well,
and it looks like they will.
Here you go.
I just want SNK to follow suit. Give me my Samurai Showdown and my King of Fighters and all that stuff on Xbox Live Arcade. I'm all set.
Well, while we're talking about fighting
Game of
games,
the year.
Ryan and Greg, we're actually going to let you guys take it away right now with our first demo, Dead or Alive 4. Have
Dead or
fun.
Alive 4.
Yes.
You reviewed this.
Yes, I did. Oh, it was a nice way to spend Christmas.
This was a last-minute surprise.
We weren't sure.
Tecmo had been saying it's going to come out on the 22nd, and it's going to come out on like the 28th.
Yeah.
They kept on pushing back these really vague release dates.
But they never did say it was going to... They never did delay it until next year, and we're like, dude, there's no way this game is coming out in 2005. But they're like,
but sure
it
enough,
is.
Sure enough.
Practically the last day of the year was the first day that people could go and buy this game in stores. But they got it out there, and in 2005, and it's really good.
It's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really a fantastic fighting game.
Now, right now, this is, I think, probably one of the stranger features in this game is you're fighting Master Chief.
Yeah, it's actually more of a Mistress Chief, if you will.
I won't, Greg. I simply will not.
It's technically, I believe her name is Nicole, and she is Spartan 458, but she has the same armor as the Master Chief.
So she is effectively Master Chief, and she's a big girl, isn't she?
She is. That's actually the character model. Oh, I just kind of landed on a warthog there.
So this is also on the Halo stage as well.
Yeah, I'm not playing as her right now. I'm playing as my gal. What's her name? Never mind.
This is like one of the new characters, though, correct?
No, she's not one of the new characters.
All right, then whatever.
Why am I Lei Fang? God. It's the pressure, man.
Choke.
Yeah, the new Spartan is pretty intimidating to fight, but she's cooler to look at than she is to actually play because she's kind of she just borrows a lot of the bigger characters' moves and stuff like that, but she's still a really cool extra. I mean, it sort of gives you an impression of what Halo 3 might look like on the 360 just because of how high-res the armor looks and shiny and all that kind of stuff. And once I finish beating her up, famous last words, I will switch over to the other hidden character in the game, who is Tengu, the last boss of Dead or Alive 2.
That's right. We were talking about him earlier. He's crazy with the big long nose mask.
He's he takes his name from the Japanese mythological creature called a Tengu that has a big long nose, and he's cool. I like him a lot better than Ms. Spartan 458 here.
I got a question here from one of the people in the chat room. Akira 2506 wants to know if DOA 4 is multi-region. I assume that means if you can play against people in Japan over Xbox Live.
Indeed, you can. One of the best things about Dead or Alive 4 is, of course, the fact that you can play it online against other people. And I spent a lot of time playing against Japanese players very late at night due to the time difference.
I remember I was watching Jeff play some Japanese players, and there was a lot of lag.
Actually, you know what? Surprisingly enough, I experienced more lag playing against Americans and Japanese people, but I think your mileage is going to vary. The lag doesn't seem to be particularly worse if you play against international players. It's just kind of luck of the draw.
Now, this is a really good-looking Xbox 360.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the better-looking ones out there so far. It looks like I went back and played a lot of Dead or Alive Ultimate just to compare, because I'm trying to figure out what all has changed, because they did a lot of subtle, important stuff to make this game a lot better. But yeah, I mean, Dead or Alive Ultimate for the old Xbox still is an amazing-looking game. A lot of the stuff they did here was really just sharpen up the graphics and make the backgrounds look even better than before.
It still definitely looks like a DOA game. It still has that, like, the characters have not
kind of doll-like and
lost
stuff.
that quality.
So I'm fighting So I'm playing as Tengu here, who is the hardest character to unlock in this game. You have to beat time attack mode with everybody to get him. And I'm fighting against La Mariposa, who's the luchadora and one of the new characters. She's pretty cool. She's kind of a cross between Tekken's Eddie Gordo, and she's got some cool wrestling moves as well. Cross between him and, I don't know, somebody else with a bunch of wrestling moves.
Now,
yeah, sure.
There you go. Now, how hard is it to unlock the Halo, the Spartan character?
She's not very. You just have to beat story mode with everybody, and I've seen a lot of people complaining about how tough the last boss is of Dead or Alive 4. They've probably played fewer SNK fighting games than I have, because she didn't seem that bad to me.
How would you compare the last boss? I've seen the last boss. She looks totally crazy.
Yeah,
how does she compare as far as difficulty against the bosses of 3 or 2?
I guess she's tougher by virtue of the fact that the AI in this game is a lot better. Like I'm playing against a computer right now. It's actually pretty. It's really a good challenge. I mean, this is the normal difficulty, and it's still a good fight. You scale it up, and you'll see a lot of cool moves and be able to learn stuff. So it doesn't feel that robotic.
Well, this looks pretty kick-ass, but I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Thanks, Greg, for coming over here and showing this to us. Right now, we're going to toss it back over to Rich, who's sitting there with Carrie. Rich, what's up?
We sure are sitting over here. Thanks. That game looks real good, right?
It does.
It was nice to have Greg playing a fighting game where he actually whooped on everyone.
I see how it is.
No, I feel really badly, because every time we bring Greg on here, we ask him all these questions, we fire questions at him, we ask him to talk about the game, and to play a fighting game well, you have to be locked in, and Greg is obviously so good at DOA 4.
Yeah, there are a lot of really, really good players online already.
Cool. Well, Carrie, we have Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition here, don't we?
We do.
And what makes it so special?
What makes it special is that it's $20. What makes it special is that, I guess sort of the major thing is you get to play as Vergil.
Okay.
Who is Dante's brother.
Right.
He's in Devil May Cry 3, sort of part of the story mode.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this one you actually get to play as him, and he has his own unique style. Devil May Cry 3 had the sort of 4 different styles that you could use to play.
Trickster or something.
Trickster is sort of the one, it's the good one, it's like the default one everyone uses. This one is, just to look at the name of it, it's like dark style or something, I totally forgot what it was. It's totally interesting, let's see.
Is it? It's totally interesting?
It's totally interesting. It's dark style, I think is the name of it.
I believe you.
And so it's his own unique thing. Here you go, Dark Slayer is what it is.
Dark Slayer, okay.
And it, it works different. It's different moves. You'll get some of the same weapons that Dante has, but he'll actually, we're trying to figure it out. It looks like he uses them a little differently than Dante does. And there's also a unique boss in this game. There's a character in Devil May Cry 3, the Jester character, that you interact with in the story, but you never have to fight him. And in this version of the game, you will fight him.
That's cool.
And there's also, it's also a little easier. I
Really?
think one of the things about Devil May Cry 3 that was
so hard.
is so unbelievably hard.
Yes.
And I guess I don't want to say like overall it's easier because you still have stuff like the Dante Must Die mode, which is just ridiculously difficult mode. And I haven't done it yet, but I'm assuming it probably has Heaven and Hell mode, which is the most insane mode ever in a game ever. I'm not sure though, but I do know that it has a new very hard mode, which corresponds to the US hard mode. And from what I've noticed, sort of messing around with Vergil here, he's not as fluid as Dante. He doesn't feel, for me, like I was just playing a lot of Devil May Cry 3, sort of getting amped up for this. And he's not as fluid, doesn't feel as good to me initially, but his weapons have a lot more reach. He's got this sort of crazy big slash here.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of cool. He's kind of strong. And so I guess sort of the combination of the reach of the weapons and the sweeping around sort of makes it easier to get through the game. It just feels a little easier, even though he's a little more difficult to control.
Now, Devil May Cry 3 lets you do all those crazy like combo moves, like with people with your motorcycle and stuff, and you shoot them with guns and everything, and they pop up all the cool moves to them, and you have to do all that stuff.
Yeah, the formula is exactly the same. Like Dante has the ebony and ivory guns. Vergil has this crazy ice sword thing. And you see that's the actual sort of the correspondence to the guns that Dante gets.
Okay.
And it's these sort of crazy ice swords.
Sure.
They look crazy, right?
They're totally crazy. Ryan Davis, you got questions for us from the chat room, the brand new Sterling Sharp.
You guys have been answering them. There's one question here from Kevin. Is the bomb?
Okay.
Wants to know if it has, or how many environments there are in the special edition.
The environment so far, everything is exactly the same. The one thing that is sort of a different place to fight is that there's this new battle mode. I think it was actually in Devil May Cry 2 that had something like this, where it's sort of a level-based arena mode, where you just fight enemies, you fight enemies, you fight enemies, you fight enemies. And that's the sort of different environment. But everything else, everything you see here, like if you're familiar with Devil May Cry 3, this is the same exact layout as the original game. The only thing different that I'm noticing is that some of the cutscenes are a little different because it doesn't quite make sense to just sort of plop Vergil into Dante's scenarios.
Right.
So.
You can't have like Vergil talking to Vergil.
Right.
Yeah, that would be confusing.
That would be a little confusing.
Well, keep going.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Is Vergil playable from the get-go?
Vergil, if you have, this is actually kind of one of the weird things, is that if you have a save on your card from Devil May Cry 3, then you can unlock Vergil, and you can unlock the battle arena. Now, it doesn't have to be a winning save. You don't have to beat the game.
Just a
you
save.
just have to. I'm like lost. I don't know where I'm going.
What if you don't have a
Oh, here we
save?
go.
There's a door
If you
right there.
don't have to save, you have to beat the game with Dante in order to play with Vergil. So that's actually a little odd to me because the whole sort of the appeal is that the game is going down to $20 now. It's becoming the greatest hits, but you're going to be playing. People are going to want to pick up the special edition.
Right.
But you won't be able to play as Vergil unless you already have some save. So let's just say maybe you borrow your friend's copy of Devil May Cry,
or you rent it
or something, and you just get a quick save on there if you really want to play through with Vergil instead of Dante.
Well, there you go. Another question here from Troy M. wants to know if the special edition of DMC3 gets rid of the whole yellow orbs concept.
Very good question, Troy M. There's actually 2 orbs in this one. It's yellow and gold orbs. For I guess people who aren't too familiar with it. Are you familiar with it?
I'm not familiar with it.
What's an orb?
Yellow orbs. One of the things that was particularly difficult about Devil May Cry 3 was that you had these orbs which were continues, and it let you sort of pick up where you left off. if you didn't have the orbs, then that was it. You had to restart the whole mission over again. Now you had to purchase these orbs. So you had to use the valuable red orbs that you pick up fighting guys that you usually spend on like health and stuff.
So many orbs.
To buy continues. There's so many orbs everywhere. You'll notice I totally have like everything unlocked. Like it's all
Yeah,
super
you have a
like
really
easy.
high score.
Because I'm so uber.
Right.
Anyways, I couldn't find the door earlier, but I am really uber. Anyway, so in this game, there's also, you can opt in the beginning to choose between gold or yellow orbs. And from what I understand with gold orbs is that gold orbs, if you have a gold orb, you just sort of pick up right where you die. You don't have to, like if you have a yellow orb and you're fighting a boss, you have to go before the boss. So you have to fight the boss all over again. The gold orb, you can just sort of pick it up and go. And there's also unlimited continues, which means you don't have to actually purchase any orbs to continue that mission.
Oh, okay.
Or like from where, I guess from like right before the boss part.
Right.
You see.
So you don't even need the yellow ones anymore.
You don't need the yellow ones in gold orb mode. So all in all, it looks like a lot of this stuff is making the game a little more accessible because a lot of these games are difficult. A lot of these, Ninja Gaiden Black was more difficult than Ninja Gaiden, but this one's making it a little more accessible. Because I think Devil May Cry 3 was a little too difficult. We were sort of kind of joking about how many people actually beat in the game.
I remember
like,
there being a lot of talk about how hard that game was.
Yeah, I mean it's unbelievably hard. And you know what? If you played a lot of that game and you're really into that game, then you'd probably be really into playing with Vergil and playing with Vergil on maybe the new very hard mode and getting up to Dante Must Die. But if you haven't ever played through Devil May Cry 3 and you want to start with something a little easier, you'll set off by the whole, this game is so hard, it's going to eat your children type of thing, then you can pick this up.
Awesome. Ryan Davis, any last questions? Or
Yes.
Last one.
Questions about Vergil's fighting styles. They have different kinds. What's he got?
At the moment, and I believe I've only seen this Dark Slayer one, and it is different. So it is going to be different than Dante, and you are going to sort of see some new moves. And like I said, before, he uses some of the same weapons differently, but it's just one mode from all I can tell, one style from all I can tell. He doesn't have four.
Cool. When's this game out in stores?
End of January 24th.
Are we going to have, impressions, reviews?
Tomorrow, a preview is going to go up. We're going to have video. I don't know if it's actually our exclusive. We don't have, no one else has got video. We got video.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at all the stuff we're hooking you up with out here. I didn't even know.
I'm going to hook you up.
Awesome.
So yeah, looking for it tomorrow.
Thank you, Carrie.
Well, thank you.
Ryan Davis, on to our next demo, please.
What's going on?
Nothing.
I've got Justin Calvert over here. Justin, what's going on?
Yeah, man. How's it going?
I'm going well. We have Fight Night 3 here for the Xbox 360. This is awesome. You can actually go, if you have an Xbox 360 and you have the live, you can go and download this demo that we're playing right now. Which is awesome. It just came out yesterday. They released it during CES. Is that right?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out just at the end of the Microsoft keynote, I think, but it actually came out a couple hours before.
So we've been playing this since last night. I actually haven't touched this yet. So now Justin and I are going to go punch for punch here, playing a little bit of Fight Night 3. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
So tell me a little bit about this demo. This is what can we do in this demo? What's the deal?
So in the demo, we have to find. I'm going to be Bernard Hopkins.
Okay.
You're gonna
B-Hop.
So you're going to be Roy Jones Jr.
Okay.
So it's a middleweight contest. It's we only get to fight 4 rounds, 3 minutes each.
All right.
But it looks. I mean, you'll see in a minute. It looks finished. I mean, it's probably the best looking
This looks
360
pretty
game
incredible.
I've seen, I think.
So tell me what I'm doing here. How do I throw a dragon punch?
Like that.
Quarter circle.
Did you play?
And then
I mean, if you played Fight Night Round
I have
2,
not played any of the Fight Nights. So.
Oh man, you're going down then. Is that
Oh, you are punching me
okay, so,
a lot.
Okay, if you use
I'm noticing there's like no sort of like any interface or anything in here. Is that?
Yeah,
do we think that's going to be indicative of how that finished game is going to look?
Yeah, apparently on the other platforms there will be a HUD and stuff, but on this one, all the feedback you get actually comes from like the commentary team, and also just from the way your fighter gets messed up. Like your eyes will start swelling or bleeding.
I'm noticing some really amazing like motion blur and such in here. How do I block? What am I?
How
do I stop
I was going to tell you that, wasn't
pummeled
I?
here?
Okay, so the right trigger is block or guard, I should say, and the left trigger is sway.
Oh. I apparently can't.
And I'll let you do that.
I'm on the ropes.
Right after there you go. You're down.
I'm down in a bad, terrible, ragdolly way.
And so now.
Oh.
See, in the demo, you don't actually have to play any kind of mini game or anything to get back up.
Oh my God! Look at the blood popping out of my mouth. That is terrible. This game is violent. You didn't tell me.
Yeah, nah. So yeah, in Fight Night Round 2, there was a thing where you have to line up some dots or markers to get back up. That isn't in the demo, but we kind of think that it probably will be in the finished game. Although Brian Eckberg will probably know that right now because he's down at CES with the guys who are making the game.
I don't think I can actually block. I don't know if my trigger.
It's the right trigger, and then you push up and down.
Because you're no good, Ryan Davis.
Oh, okay. So right trigger and the stick.
Yeah.
And the right stick. Okay.
I'm not going to go easy on you though.
Light him up, son.
You are not going easy on me. You're kicking me terribly. This game looks amazing. This is when are they saying
this is next gen.
When are they saying for the release date right now?
They're saying winter 2006, which apparently means next month.
Really? So
yeah.
They aren't waiting for holiday. They're waiting for.
No, apparently it's next month. So I can't wait to get this thing.
Get off the ropes there, man.
What I love about this is one of those demos where we can have you.
We're just gonna keep slugging it out here and hurting each other terribly. You do your demo.
No, you keep going. I want to see blood come out of your mouth.
Oh,
I don't want this to end until Ryan Davis is on the mat for a full 10 count.
Not even Roy Jones. Me actually on the mat.
I specifically want to see Ryan Davis down.
Me in the face.
Okay.
Another one of the highlights actually from CES, which you can see on the site right now in the Fight Night Round 3 Xbox 360 game space, is a Fight Night Round 3 match of Ali Frazier between Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer, and Steve Ballmer is running all over the stage while it happens. I'm pretty sure it's one of those things where it's just like they, have video of a game and they pretend to play it.
Right.
But it's nice to see Ollie and Frazier in this game because, I don't think we have seen footage of the two of them, have we?
No, not yet.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And Ollie does the taunt, he just puts his arms in the air, dances a little bit.
I like how we've taken over as the commentators. They're just playing. They're not saying,
again.
What more do you know about Fight Night Round 3 then, Alex, while we let them fight?
I know that was a punch right to the solar plexus.
Yeah, it was.
That was a slobber knocker.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, see, all the boxing terms I know are actually wrestling terms. I don't really know anything about boxing. So.
We talked about how Roy Jones Jr. Did really well in The Matrix.
Yes, he was great in The Matrix Reloaded.
Matrix movies, but
yeah.
Justin, please keep talking about this game.
Yeah, what else you got to say?
What else do to say? Okay, so some of the new things in this are you can use the left shoulder button. Actually switches your stance, so it changes which foot you have forward. Fighting styles are apparently going to be a much bigger thing in this than they were in Fight Night Round 2. There's going to be a lot more different styles, and apparently that's going to alter the way you play a whole lot. But we've only got to play with these two fighters, so we can't really vouch for that just yet. Another new thing is if you played Fight Night Round 2, you'll know there's like a big haymaker punch you can do, which is where you kind of wind up the right analog stick before you throw your punch, and you sort of try and knock their head off. There's an even harder punch now, which is like a stun punch, and when you land it, the camera switches. Yeah, that's right. I'm not letting that.
I'm
right in a
heap.
Right in a heap.
Yeah, there's a stun.
I'm loving this, like the little facial animation that you.
There it is.
There you
Oh.
as promised.
Oh, that is harsh.
Justin,
I can feel that.
Justin, I saw you playing this game last night, and there was one dude you made his eye swell up so much.
His eye was bleeding real bad.
Does that happen to every part of the face, or is that just an eye thing? Or
I tend to target the eyes, so that's really. Oh man, you're not getting up.
So like in between rounds, can they say "cut me, cut me"?
That's it.
Done.
It's
Nice fight.
over. Justin Calvert showed me the mat in Fight Night 3. We've got a little preview of this demo, which you can, again, download on your Xbox 360 right now. We got a preview of it up on the site. You can find it on the front door. And that's it for Fight Night. Rich, what you got over there now?
we have our last demo. Alex, please take over and ask.
Hang on, if you want to.
Yes, I'll do it. All right.
Thanks, guys. So right now with me is Rich Gallup,
Hi. Thanks for having me.
editor at large.
Yes.
And with me, a game that you're going to be previewing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, the preview's already on the site.
Oh,
I think
excellent. All right.
wrote it.
This is Me and My Katamari, is it not?
This is the import version of Me and My Katamari. It's out in Japan right now, and I have played through the entire thing, so we have a special preview we're going to show people.
Before we jump into the game, let's just talk about the box art for a second here. This is really creepy box art.
Box art's pretty good. Basically, it's a little bright in here, so you can't tell, but this is the prince, and he's like guarding his Katamari, and these are all silhouettes of all the cousins, and they have little white eyes, where they're just like all like.
They look like zombie demon cousins,
pretty
like
much
coming after him.
They're going to come after him.
So that's. Yeah. Exactly. It's not me and my cousin's Katamari.
Well, let's hop into the game right
Yes,
now,
let's
shall
do
we?
that. Let's
All
do
right.
that.
Well, you can see the prince standing on the beautiful shore right now. This is the beach. The storyline of this game.
It's very picturesque.
That's a little crazy. Something happened with the gameplay footage.
Oh, there we go.
That's better. All right. Basically, what the storyline is that they tell in a cutscene. This is going to be something we're going to work on, but I'm guessing it's a loose cable. But what the storyline is basically is that you go to the beach with your family, and the king goes swimming, and while he goes swimming, he causes a whole bunch of like tidal waves and stuff, and while he does that, he all these creatures who live on islands, their islands sink and they have nowhere to live. So you have to build more islands for them to live on.
So it's not about the stars anymore.
No, it's not. You're not making stars. You're making islands.
So we're still creating masses here for one reason or another. But in this case, we're creating like islands and peninsulas and things of that nature.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So what's the problem here? Is the footage going out like that, or is that just in studio? It's looking that bad. What's the issue here? It's going out like that. That stinks. All right. Well, all right. We'll just bust right into this and see if it keeps working. But we do have footage of it on the site right now. If you beat the game, the credit sequence is 2D Katamari.
I saw that. That looks awesome. I mean, it comes with like the whole 8-bit like soundtrack version of the Katamari theme.
Exactly.
It looks amazing. It's a cool little. And you said it was hard.
Exactly. So right now we are using the brand new PSP TV thing.
That thing, dude.
This is our second one actually, because the first one.
Because the first one just didn't work,
The
did
first one didn't work.
Yeah.
This one, it looks fine on my TV here. I'm not sure why it's going out crazy like that, but hopefully we'll work on it. But I'm gonna play some 2D Katamari right now.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. There's some cute little music. You die like Mario.
So he does a little hop up and
Does a
down
little
thing.
hop up, and we can try watching it again. I mean,
I think we should just go for it. We should just show the footage as it is.
Yeah, show it.
Just know that our cable is kind of screwed up, and that'll be that. So
Hey, Rich, I've got a question for you from
hit
one of
me.
our watchers or
Or we
viewers
can point
here.
one of the cameras at the TV that works.
That-
That might be a way to fix it as
Well,
well.
what's your question, Ryan?
Yeah.
Egypt Nation wants to know. I lost the question. How good is the gameplay in Katamari on the PSP to play without 2 analog sticks?
It is so hard.
Yeah.
It is obscenely hard while we get this camera hooked up and pointed at the television right now, so we can get this footage. But basically, since you only have one analog stick, you don't get to even use that one.
Right.
The way it works is that the D-pad on the left is one analog stick, and the 4 face buttons the 4 buttons on the right are your other analog stick.
Right.
You follow that. And it was also even hard. It was hard for me to do as well because you had to because the instructions in this tutorial were in Japanese. But the way it works is that you want to go forward, you hit forward on both of them. You want to go backwards, you hit backwards on both of them. If you want to like jump around in a circle, you have to like hit the left and right ones a lot. But and it was hard, and I got
right.
This is hard to do.
You've emphasized the hardness of it.
It's
Yes.
hard, right? All right. The way they help you though is that the L1 and R1 buttons, or just L and R buttons, since there aren't a second and a third on a third and a fourth.
I think you're
on the
stuck
controller.
there.
I am stuck. I'm gonna die. We'll show how Prince dies. The L1 and R1 buttons kind of like guide you
made
a
it
little
through.
bit. They like lean is the best way to put it.
Okay.
So the way I played the game the whole time was pretty much held forward. Both times.
You're dead. Oh, there you go.
I held forward both times, and then just kind of held L1 and R1 to turn left and right.
I've got more questions for you here.
Yeah, hit me.
So little.
There you go. Now we're seeing it. That's
Yeah.
good. Everyone wants to know: is there multiplayer? Is there online? Is there co-op? Is there anything like that?
I'm pretty sure there is.
Unfortunately, we only have one copy, right?
Unfortunately, I have one copy, and unfortunately, I can't read Japanese. But there are an awful lot of options here. Let me quit out of this. There's an awful lot of options here on the little island that you can go to that I can read the letters WIFI.
Okay.
And
so there is some sort of
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi something or other.
Exactly. So let me quit out of this, and I'll run around the island for you, and I'll show you, what those options are.
Okay.
As you can see, all these different animals on here are the guys who I've already made islands for. My other big complaint about the game, before I complain about it, the graphics look gorgeous. It looks just like how you see on the PlayStation 2. There are more loading times because you're on the PSP.
Right.
But like for example, here we'll go over here and you see like what's this thing? They're little faces of your cousins on something. I don't know what it does.
We'll find out.
But and you can pick all this stuff, and look, there's leaderboards, there's all this stuff. So I assume there's some kind of multiplayer.
Right.
But what is unfortunate about the game is the number of levels.
How many levels are there, Rich?
You play a lot of them. As you can see, they're all the guys hanging out. Like there's a stink bug on the tree, and there's people up here. But the actual variety of levels, it feels like there's only a handful, like 4, 5, 6 or so, and you're just playing different variations of them.
So there's a bunch of variety of like situations, but it's like only 4 or 5 actual stages.
Exactly. It's the exact same like small level. It's the exact same medium level. It's the exact same big level. It's the exact same really big level. It's just like there's snow this time. It's at night. It's during the day.
Maybe there's a toaster over here instead of a plunger.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And here we'll give you a nice little tour of the islands I made. But and then when they do later on in the game, because there's so few levels and they want you to play it a lot, is that the whale comes up and talks to you and says, "I need a new home." You play the small level first, and then you play the big level, and then you play the biggest level. So you're playing these 3 levels over again, and it only counts as beating one creature.
Gotcha.
And but
that's a little weird, but
yeah, at the same time, it is portable Katamari Damacy, me and my Katamari. I think a lot of the appeal of it will depend on how much it costs.
Right.
Because the PS2 games are $20 and $30.
I think like the
So you don't
lowest.
think this is worth $40? The usual going price for a PSP game?
Really like your Katamari, yes, it is worth $40, but I think it should be closer to the. And again, I don't know what the multiplayer is. There could be some amazing multiplayer aspect to it that we don't even know about.
Well, if it's anything like
we should make it clear here that Rich does not read any Japanese, so
No.
there could be a lot of stuff that he's missing out on. However, you're saying that if people that are import-minded, you can still get this game and not know any Japanese and be able to play it?
Oh yeah, totally. Like right now, everyone can see this is 3, 2, 1. We're about to get fired by a giant slingshot right into your dad's crotch. But
that's summer camp.
That is. Oh, that is heinous.
It is a lot of fun. I would wait to see the American version, the North American version, to see what the crazy storyline is. I'm sure I've missed out on all kinds of Woody stuff. But and also another thing that was kind of missing is that I got used to the we love Katamari. There's a bunch of like crazy levels. Like you get to make a big snowball. You
Wait, crazy levels?
Fireflies. You get to
The crazier
Stuff
levels.
in this game?
Yes, but all of these levels.
So wait a minute, you don't get to roll up a sumo wrestler to make him fat or
Exactly.
anything?
All of these levels are just simple, make a Katamari, pick up some cousins while you do it. And that is still a lot of fun, and it looks cool.
I see they don't do the camera thing or those little see-through dealy when you're like behind a wall or
This is
anything.
more like the original Katamari.
It is a lot more like the original Katamari, but...
And but you did say that there were a couple of interesting cameos in there from other members of the family, like
I did roll up mom and dad at the end of the match, and Gramps was still there too.
Okay.
Cool. We're getting the big wrap-up sign from director Tim. So
well, all right then.
Probably should. But that's me and my Katamari. Sorry that the footage didn't work out, but we do have the intro movie, an impression story, and 2 full minutes of 2D Katamari.
There you go.
That I put together.
So the people will not be completely devoid of getting their Katamari action.
No, definitely not.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if you're into importing games, that's one you might want to import.
Excellent.
Great. But let's wrap the show up, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, cool. Now, we had a lot of people clamoring for prizes. We do know there's still a lot of outstanding prizes. Ryan McDonald is on the case. He has his big boxing gloves, and he's going around from developer to developer knocking on doors. So if you've not yet received your prize from as far back as like July, we are totally working on it, and we actually won it in July, but the game didn't come out until October. We are working on it, and we thank you for your patience. And in that vein, we are not announcing the Dead or Alive 4 winners from the game show until we actually have the copies of the game in hand. So please stay tuned.
However,
we can announce one big winner.
Yes, we can.
Ryan Davis, what prize are we going to announce today?
we are going to be giving away Tim Tracy's awesome napkin collection. His 2005 napkin collection. This was every single napkin that Tim Tracy, GameSpot Live's Tim Tracy, got during the year of 2005 from any number of restaurants. I believe Quiznos and Chipotle are both well represented. It's a huge, huge box of napkins, and we asked people to send in essays as to why they deserve to have this collection of napkins. And so we picked a winner.
We have picked a winner, and the winner is...
Drum roll.
Your drummer. John John Latour of New York.
John Latour, congratulations,
He sent about 800
sir.
questions to us during E3. He is a big fan of the show. We appreciate it. And he
wrote a fairly stellar essay.
He wrote actually a 400-word essay, and
Yeah.
we broke it down into two 200-word essays, and those are both better than all of the other essays we got. So
that counts.
So that counts.
Yeah.
He wins.
That's
Maybe
really good logic.
Maybe next week we'll read an excerpt of it, but John Latour definitely wins. Congratulations, John. And pretty much everyone else who asked for something from the swag box of all the garbage we gave, I mean, all the wonderful prizes we gave.
Yes.
Most of you will win stuff. We're not going to announce all the winners because that would take like another 15 minutes. But so just stay tuned in your mailbox.
You might get something.
Yeah, you might.
Who
There's
knows?
a lot of good stuff in there.
There was a lot of good stuff in
There's
there.
so much good stuff in
That
there.
sweet 50-cent bulletproof
There's
chain.
There's an elf bowling hat.
I mean, Jeff sold me on the elf bowling hat. He definitely sold me on that. I entered for that.
What does BU mean? I understood everything he said except he was saying like better than Beckett, and he was saying like mint condition.
I have no idea.
I don't either.
I mean, I think after a while he was just kind of making stuff up. He just
it
kind of
well.
went off on a wild tangent there. So
I just know
Well.
tactical folders. That's as
Yeah.
far as my vocabulary.
Coco Bolo.
Justin, thanks for coming by today. We appreciate it, mate.
No worries.
Ryan, how was the chat room? Was it fun?
It was banging. There was a bunch of people in there asking a bunch of questions. We'll definitely be doing this in the future. This is pretty cool.
Cool. Maybe we'll just let you be like our chat room guy.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, that's your job. We'll Put
Sweet.
you on a couch. You can just talk to the chat room.
Can I be a guru? Can I be the chat guru? That's always what I wanted to be. Is
You're just
some kind of a guru.
now. You're in Gangstar. You are the GURU.
Excellent.
Guru.
That was a nice hip hop reference there. That was very good.
Thanks for coming by, Alex.
Thank you for having me.
Carrie and Greg for coming by. It's been a great show, and we're going to have a lot more fun all 2006 long right here on the spot. Thanks for watching.